Well, Valentine, Chicago fire crews were here a little bit earlier this morning, still cleaning up the scene hours after this all unfolded. After 11 o'clock last night, we know that 18 people were shot. At least 4 were killed.
We need more ambulances out here. We don't have nearly enough.
How many more ambulances are needed?
At least 2 or 3.
Video from the scene overnight shows the chaos as crews rushed to the wounded. This happened around 11 near a restaurant and lounge here on Chicago and Franklin. A violence interrupter who was at the scene says the victims were shot as they left an event hosted by a local rapper. Now, investigators say a dark sedan pulled up when at least one person inside pulled out a gun and started shooting into a crowd of people outside the restaurant and lounge. That's when police said the suspects drove off. First responders rushed to the scene and took the victims to multiple hospitals. People who live in the area say they heard several gunshots.
So, hasn't been that bad in a while.
Now, police are still investigating, but our source tells us investigators believe multiple shooters were involved. Back here live in River North at this hour. Chicago police also tell us they are still looking for suspects at this hour. Of course, as we learn more information throughout the morning, Tanya and Val will be sure to bring you the latest from River North. Back to you.
Christian, thank you. And of course, there is a heartbreaking scene at Northwestern Hospital where many of those victims were taken. Stephanie Wade has been talking to families there. Stephanie.
Tanya, it really is just absolutely heartbreaking here at the hospital right now, where police just gave updates on the condition of victims here to mourning family members. According to police, 9 people were taken here to Northwestern. That is half of the 18 victims in this shooting investigation. Others were taken to Stroger Hospital, Mount Sinai, as well as Illinois Masonic. One woman I spoke to tells me her daughter was shot in the chest. Her daughter's girlfriend was also shot and injured at a mixtape release event in River North last night. Video from the scene shows multiple victims being rushed to waiting ambulances. This parent was here at Northwestern for several hours waiting for information on how her daughter was doing. She describes just the sheer chaos.
But her girlfriend got shot too. Her girlfriend told me that the ambulance, when they put in the ambulance, they took her out of one ambulance and put in another one. And she said they told her that they was transferring her here. But it was several people out here standing around kind of find out they loved ones was at Cook County, at Stroger.
And Val and Tanya, I have to tell you this heartbreaking update we learned just moments ago. That woman's 26-year-old daughter has died from her injuries here at North.
So, first of all, and I really mean this, like, rest in peace to whoever went on to the other life, right? And I'm gonna pray for a full recovery for all those people who were shot. For real. Like, no joke, not planned, because frankly, I'm fucking sick of this shit. And it's not for the reason that you think. So this happened just the other day in one of my favorite cities in the world, Chicago. I've been all over the world, traveled several countries, several states. Chicago is one of my favorite cities in this country, in the world, actually. I still have family members that live in Chicago. Every time I've gone to Chicago, which I used to do every year, people have been nothing but great to me. Just a great place. Besides this shit. Now you got a mass shooting, 18 people shot, 4 went on to the upper room. Now, unfortunately, I think we're desensitized to violence. Because when you see it, you're like, at first you'd be like, 18 people, 4 passed away? Dang. And then you pretty much go ahead and go to the grocery store and get your eggs and your ingredients that you might cook for dinner and next day's breakfast and things of that nature. Now this, you may not have heard about, and what fucking makes me mad and it pisses me off is the media. The media narrative. Now, this is a local Chicago station. Shout out to them for definitely reporting this, because once you do this and put it out, go on the internet, you have all type of people that can make this thing go somewhere, which I want to make it go somewhere, because I'm fucking tired of the media lying. Not these people, the mainstream, the national media. You get something like this, a bunch of ends shooting a bunch of other ends, 18 people shot, some of them are still in critical condition. Weed 04 for sure is gone. That is considered a mass shooting in this country by every definition. But it does not get reported nationally because they don't want to report it. Now, you let a white man go up somewhere and do something. I mean, not to diminish this, because it's all this shit is bad. But it was a white man that shot these two other, people from Israel. They weren't from Israel, but you know what I mean. There's just certain words you can't say on YouTube, especially. And that was all over the place. You might have, you might have seen it. You might not have seen it. But those of us who are in these type of spaces and keep up with these type of things, that thing was all over the place. Like 7,900 people have been unalived and 17,000 more. Now, again, the number, it matters not, because you really don't want nobody to die from gun violence. You really don't want that. But my point is the way that the national media covers it, or the way that they lie. And the way that they lie is not talking about it at all. They choose their narrative and they speak to it. And one of the narratives that's been in the news for years is that the white man is the most dangerous threat in this country, which that's not true. In my opinion, the most dangerous threat to the way that we live in this country is Democrats. They're the most violent. They go out here and violently protest. You got BLM tearing up all type of shit. You got Antifa doing all type of shit. You got these protests going on. You got a bunch of Democrats trying to stop ICE from deporting illegal people. I mean, we can go on and on. And the reason that it bothers me so bad is that the media is so influential on people, and they sit right in front of your face and they lie to you every day. And if you omit something, which is not talk about it, not speak it, and then you go over when something else happened and you talk about that like the sky is falling in twice in a day. Like, oh, this is the worst thing in the world, whatever. But then when the ends take out other ends, 18 shot, 4 going on, and I keep saying that for a reason. One person shot is terrible, even if they don't pass. One person shot by accident, even if they don't pass, is horrible. You got one incident on one night, in a split second, 18 shot, 4 gone. This is 4 family members. This is 2 men, 2 women. So you done possibly took away a dad, a son, an uncle, a brother, a cousin, a mother, an auntie, right? But the media, most of the mainstream media, and what I mean by the Democratic leaning media, they're the ones that lie, omit, don't talk about. these type of things. And it just pisses me off because a lot of people is just so influenced by what they say. They just believe whatever they're told as far as the media goes. And one would say, well, why do you know that? Why? Because I choose to. Because I recognize evil when I see it. I recognize evil when I see it. To me, lying is like one of the worst things you can do. It is one of the worst things you can do. Omission, lying. If you omit information, that's a lie. And the reason I say that is if you're lying to someone, you kind of take their choice away because they don't have the information. If they have the information, then they can act or choose not to act on that information, right? And then when you know you're doing it on purpose, we just not gonna cover the Chicago shooting, you know, it's a bunch of ends. That's just a normal holiday weekend. And yes, it's the holiday weekend, July 4th weekend. I mean, just, you know, just make it so normal and this, that, and the other. But oh, let the white tea man do something and it's just the core of the earth has came up from the middle and it's just sitting on 14th Street in New York. It's the worst thing ever. And you let one of these LGBTQ people do something like that, you may hear about it initially, but nah, it goes away. It goes away as fast as you see it once they find out the person's LGBTQ. They didn't plan this out. They done had a manifesto. They done told you all this stuff. And then it just goes away. It's the narrative. It's the line that gets on my nerve. Now, going to the actual incident. The reason that these type of things happened in the first place with the ends, well, I mean, we know the root cause of that. Number one, you have fatherless households. I can start there and I can end there. And of course, you're gonna have some idiots say, well, some fathers are this and some fathers are that. Guarantee you, if you had most fathers in the house, you won't see this. Or you will see it. If you do see it, is gonna be caused by those who don't have normal. I'm not even saying he gotta be this outstanding disciplinarian, lay the whip down and do all this and blah, blah, blah. If he's present and he's sane and he loves his child won't be going out here and doing this. They will not be doing that. So I'm done. This whole thing is just and it's just evil. It's just evil. They only talk about it locally. You may not have even known about it. If you have some type of, you know, Facebook, you can post something about it. How the media, they're just so manipulative. Take this particular incident, use it, and tell these people don't believe what you see. It'll take one simple search to figure out that this particular incident has not been treated with the severity that it needs to be treated. If you like the video, dislike the video, comment on the video, share the video. Also over on YouTube, Mr. Info 5000. We got some other things over there. Peace.